Derek Carr just got benched. This is Kate's Takes, and let's talk about it. A few days ago, head coach McDaniels announced that Jarrett Stidham will start the last two games for the Las Vegas Raiders, benching Derek Carr. This is definitely one of those topics that I have a very strong opinion about, and before I get into it, I just want to make one thing abundantly clear. I definitely feel like this topic is one of those stories that both perspectives are so strong and spot on that I can understand and respect both of them. In this video, I am going over my opinion, so let's get right into it. When I found out that Derek Carr got benched for a quarterback that has more career interceptions and touchdowns, I was certainly surprised. I know the Raiders have been severely underperforming this season, and Derek Carr has certainly not played the best football of his career, but I did not see this coming. When I look at the whole picture of things, I definitely feel like this was a cop-out by Josh McDaniels. The Raiders were 10-7 last season and made the playoffs with an interim head coach, despite all the controversy that happened with the Raiders that season. In my opinion, I don't feel like it's a coincidence that Carr has fallen off a cliff ever since McDaniels became the head coach for the Raiders. Derek Carr definitely has some of the blame for this with his turnovers and decision makings, but Josh McDaniels should have some blame too with his questionable coaching decisions. I also have to point out that Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow were hurt the majority of the season, leaving Derek Carr with only one reliable weapon, Davante Adams, the very player that is only a Raider because of Derek Carr. I also have to point out the Raiders' defense is the 8th worst in yards allowed and the 9th worst in points allowed. Now it's time to look at the whole picture, which is the Raiders organization. It seems for the majority of Derek Carr's career, the Raiders have been wrapped up in some sort of controversy. The John Gruden scandal, Henry Ruggs getting into DUI, the relocation, and the reports of the hostile work environment are just a few of the controversies surrounding the Raiders organization, and Derek Carr has been the quarterback through all of those. Outside of the Washington Commanders, you can really make an argument that the Raiders are the second worst organization in the NFL. You also have a front office that makes questionable decisions. The first things that come to mind are the Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack trades. And as of recent, the Raiders front office has not been hitting on their draft picks. Their 2019 first-round selections, Jonathan Abram is cut, and Josh Jacobs and Cleveland Farrell's fifth-year options have both been declined. The Raiders' 2020 first-round picks, Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett, have been cut due to their atrocious off-the-field behavior. Their 2021 first-round pick, Alex Leatherwood, has also been cut. Also, I really did not like the hire of Josh McDaniels, in my opinion. McDaniels had a lot of negative reception when he was the head coach in Denver, and I always found McDaniels a bit overrated. To wrap things up, I just want to make the point that Derek Carr isn't the problem, but he definitely isn't the solution either. However, I feel like more blame should go on Josh McDaniels and the Raiders organization. In my opinion, I definitely think that Derek Carr is not a championship quarterback, but he can bring you some wins. Raiders fans are a very passionate fan base and they love their team. And most of the Raiders fans that I see on the internet have really stuck behind Derek Carr. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to replace Derek Carr, you better damn well have a good plan at replacing him. And based on what the Raiders front office has done the past couple of years, this is definitely an area of concern. I'm also taking a close look at the possible situation there will be between Davante Adams and the Raiders, since the whole reason why Davante joined the Raiders was to play with his buddy Derek Carr. Keep in mind Davante Adams went from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr. I'd love to get your opinion on this topic, so feel free to comment down below. This is Kate's Takes. See ya for the next video.